Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Tarot Tuesday on a Saturday. And the reason being is because I want to do this full moon draw. So this is my ritual planner. It's specifically for tarot. And I just ordered it the end of February. They had a sale, and so I started using it a little bit in March when I started the deck and walk. And so I've done the first deck and walk, second deck and walk, and now I'm getting ready to do the third. I'm a couple days behind, but I will get there. And then April started, and I didn't do any of this. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to set goals for the month. Being retired, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do this in future months, but I am doing the weekly. I'm doing a draw every day. So for 12 days now, I've drawn at least one card every day. And then, I've done a little write-up about the card. I put these stickers here before I realized that I have the minor arcana stickers too. I did figure that out finally and am using it over here. But that is, today I'm caught up all the way to today. And so I do want to just show, so full moon focus. I kind of did a question mark. I've been doing, instead of like vibe of the day and that kind of stuff, I started doing gratitudes, and those feel more they feel more real to me than like, oh, the vibe of the day or what should I focus on this day. Doing it from a place of gratitude makes more sense to me. Don't know why, just what I'm feeling and what I'm doing right at this current moment. So I did do the week, a poll for the week, and yeah, so here I am. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my cards, 6 cards. I'm not going to do it on camera. I feel like I have too much anxiety on camera when I'm choosing the cards, but as soon as they're all chosen, I'll turn the camera back on and then read them. But I am using my Green Witch deck for the moon. So I'll do, they have a place for a full moon spread, and then they have another place for the new moon. So I'm going to do both of those, and I'll probably record those because I think they're kind of fun, and they might help you. So I'm going to shuffle my cards. I'm going to go through and do my over shuffling to see what cards jump out, and be back. So I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so I did my shuffling, did my pulling of the cards, and this is what I got. So this morning when I got up, I did a card pull like I usually do, and I said full moon focus. And the card I drew was the Queen of Pentacles this morning. So then I drew, this was placement number 1, where am I right now? I drew the Queen of Pentacles. So there's no explanation for it. There's no rhyme or reason. You can't make this shit up. It's just what it is. And so I find that very fascinating. And so the stuff that I wrote down for the Queen of Pentacles. So for these drawings, I just use my Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And I use to interpret the cards. I've been using my guided tarot for seamless readings. I absolutely love this book. The readings and the explanations of the cards are in such a manner that I can really understand them, and I can skip over love, romance, career, money, and reversed, and I just really focus on general reading and personal spiritual, and I love that for my everyday drawing. Because I'm using the Green Witch and the Green Witch deck, some of the cards are called something else. So, like number 4, the Horn God, this is usually the Emperor card, and 11, the Standing Stones, is usually Justice. So, so I am going to use the book for the moon, for the readings that I do at the new and the full moon. So, just a couple things I want to point out. 2 of Wands is for the decan that we just finished. That was the Minor Arcana card. The number 4, the Emperor, even though it's the Horn God, it is the first 3 decan walks are the Emperor card is front and center. So I find that interesting. And then this, the Queen of Pentacles that I already drew first thing this morning, asking about new moon focus. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Justice is one of my cards. It's my teacher card. Can't remember which card it is. Anyway, yeah, these are all 3 wand cards. So there's 3 fiery cards. The Emperor is also a fiery card. And that's the decan that we're doing right now. The element is around fire. So I find that interesting. It's just some interesting things that I might journal about them, but I just find it interesting. So before I get into the ex, the meanings of the cards from the book that the creator of the deck wrote, I do want to just read what I wrote from my drawing this morning about the Queen of Pentacles. And it said, care for body and home, nurturing energy, generous attitude, independence, resourcefulness. And then I also write an affirmation. And I get the affirmations from the Tarot for Yourself book, the one that we're studying out of currently. So the affirmation for the Queen of Pentacles is, I recognize the fertility of my soul and I plant my seeds in prepared soil. So yeah, so that's planting seeds for growth and new things, and all of that is something perfect to do during the full moon. So so it's, yeah, just really good. So I am going to grab my stickers and fill them out here. And I think, I'm not sure, I think I might have got these last year or the year before when I got my my ritual planner. I think I got these from the ritual planner website, or it might have been Amazon, but I think it was from the ritual planner. not sure. But I love the size of them. They're actually perfect. So I have the Queen of Pentacles, which I might have already used. Well, let's do 11, which is, yeah, Justice. And that's in the number 3 position. And then 4 is 4. And then the rest of these are minor. So we have Wands in Ace of Wands in the 6th position. 2 of Wands in the 5th position. And King of Wands in the 2nd position. And then I need to get the pentacle stickers out. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So let's look at the book. I'm just going to write down some keywords and then journal about it a little more. Queen of Pentacles. Cups. Wands. Swords. And where are, oh, here's the Pentacles. Okay. So first, let's look at the card. Okay. So there's a woman sitting under the tree. We can assume she's the queen. Pentacles has to do with success, material things, money, that kind of thing. These are also sometimes called coins. So she's sitting under a tree that you can see some, it looks like some kind of nuts have fallen down. And then there's a basket full right here. There's a dove in the tree here, which is kind of, to me, that's a dove signifies peace. And she does look very peaceful, very content sitting there. So where am I right now? Probably without even looking up the words, I can determine that I am in a bountiful, peaceful, content place right at the moment. Which is interesting because, you know, we just got our taxes done and we do not owe any money. So that's good. And so I would say that that's where I currently am. So then Um, and under the meaning, it has financial plans realized, fruitfulness, independence, um, work rewarded, stability, dignity, practical ambitions, attainment of physical goals, sufficiency, able to provide for self and others, social position, success. So that's kind of where I am. And then the second card, what is influencing me? So here we have the king, a gentleman sitting in, a sitting area with a beautiful warm fire going. He's holding his wand pointing upright. Behind him, there's like a chest. He is sitting on a wooden chair on a red rug. There's some kind of plant right back here. He looks happy. He looks warm, cozy, comfortable, a little playful. So, what is influencing me? And it's like he's sitting in a home. So, I would say the comforts of home. And I'm just doing this from my intuition. Um, the kitchen's almost done. We have the appliances are in, so the refrigerator is full of our food that's actually in the kitchen. We're not quite ready to use it 100% yet, but it's getting there. So that has an influence on me. Warmth. We are having, this week is supposed to get into the 60s, maybe up into the mid 60s. So that also has an influence on me. And yeah. So let's see what it says for King of Wands. Let's see, that's swords. So Ace 2. King. So here we have the meaning assertive, professional, counselor, advisor, mentor, honest, consciousness, learned, able to bring ideas to fruition, good counsel, good relations, spiritual attainment, education, refined, respected teacher, self-assured. Okay, so the things that are influencing me, living the ideal of truth and enlightenment, cooperation, I like the living the ideal of truth and enlightenment. Bringing ideas to fruition. Okay. So then, what have I created since the last new moon? So this is Standing Stones. This is a really beautiful card. So it has um, the justice scales here. So the scales keeping things even. And I find that interesting too, because this full moon is in Libra, which is, you know, this is one of the signs of Libra, is the scales being balanced. So it's in the center of a ring of stones. This says harm none. There's a spider here in a web. There's these beautiful daisies, wildflowers, beautiful forest. So what have I created since the last new moon? I don't really know. So in the last 2 weeks, I did spend one of the weeks at the neighbor's house. So I kind of created some trust and responsibility with the neighbors. You know, they trusted me with their house and their dog and just taking care of things. I mean, I've created, you know, a couple of paintings. I have I've created new artwork. I started a new project. Carol at Free Spirit Arts and I are going to be doing a hashtag in the month of May. So we created that idea and we're going to be doing that. Yeah, so let's see what it says. 11. The Standing Stones. It says objectivity, impartiality, trust your own decision, fairness, balance, truth, virtue, honor, law, prevail in a legal matter, equilibrium, an agent working on your behalf, advice, consideration, conscious, impartiality, equity, reward, verdict, retribution for the aggrieved, harmony, natural law. Oh, I'd have to kind of think on that one. Like what I've The standing stones are symbols of authority, boundary markers, and monuments. As objects of power and balance, unyielding and strong, blending earth and spirit and energies, they once formed a meeting place where people in a community could decide issues and settle individual disputes before the gods. Yeah, I'll have to think on that one a little bit. But I think just going with my intuition on that is probably sufficient enough. So, what is no longer serving me in this full moon? So, bossiness, like the horn god. I mean, the emperor is kind of like the god of war. You know, he's pretty bossy isn't quite the right word, but he's definitely in a power leadership position. And since I'm not working, you know, that stuff just doesn't serve me anymore. I like this version with the horn god. I like the scenery in the forest with the wildlife surrounding him, and then these beautiful flowers here. I'm not sure what kind of flowers those are. But even though he looks like he's hunting and, you know, might be pretty powerful out in the forest, he still has his wild wildlife friends. He has a crow or a raven kind of speaking to him there. So let's see what it says. Meaning, accomplishment, leadership skills, responsibility, authority, personal power, stability, self-confidence, experienced, initiating plans, building projects, protecting what is created, fertility, satisfaction, husbandry. What is no longer serving me? The antlered god of nature stands in the forest clearing, surrounded by the wildlife of his domain. He is the ruler of the forest and lord of the beasts, a robust figure of authority, wisdom, and fertility. Interesting. Well, I don't need fertility or authority really anymore. I like having wisdom, though. Um, his power derives from his personal drive and leadership skills, but is tempered by his acceptance of the responsibility that comes with his position. For he is guardian of nature and protector and nurturer of the natural cycles of life under his care. He also knows that he is part of this cycle and he willingly plays his role through the seasons as he perpetuates the nourishment of the earth by his marriage to the Earth Mother at the summer solstice. I think I just need to release some of the not authority isn't the right word, but that I can just release some of the control that I try to have. Um, so then how can I let go and release this energy? So I'm back to the wands. The Two of Wands. So, meanings: launching a new career, awaiting work results, auspicious beginning, new venture, creative pursuits, seeking fulfillment, determination, sense of one's own power to achieve, good outlook for success in work, earned success, ready for new ventures. So I think just says this is a card of launching a new career project with a good outlook for success. Here the woman has embarked, oh, I forgot to kind of review the card. Here the woman has embarked on a weaving career as a cottage industry and sends her goods to market with the hope of with hope and determination for good sales. Also related to this card is the time of waiting for the results of taking a chance on something new. So I think it's just basically letting go and just taking the control that I would have had and just saying, taking some deep breaths and saying, I'm gonna let it go, and whatever will be, and if it's successful, great. If not, that's okay. Yeah, I like that. And then what can I learn during this cycle? So what can I learn? Ace of Wands. New career start, new phase in career, creativity, success, new ideas, discussions, start of an enterprise, taking action, journey for career or artistic work, new initiative, adventure, enthusiasm in work, birth of a baby, new project. Um, this is a card of powerful energy for a new career or new phase in one, as well as for creativity and success in one's work. The Ace of Wands represents elemental fire, incorporating the power of solar energy, creativity, growth, and drive, particularly in the area of career. Imagination and aspiration are animated into action, allowing one to pursue objectives with bright ideas and new enthusiasm for manifesting these goals. So I think during this cycle, I can just embrace. There's a lot of new thing, like even with the Two of Wands, there's new things on the horizon, and I just need to um, release control, or release the control I would try to have over manipulating that, and just kind of let it come and let it flow, and see what happens. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to finish journaling and go on with my day. I'm going to do some work, I think, in my altered book. And yeah. So you can maybe take a screenshot of, if you want to do this, where I am now, what is influencing me, what have I created since the last new moon, what is no longer serving me, how can I let go and release this energy, and what can I learn during this cycle. And then you can do your own. Full moon's today. The power of the full moon, it can be accessed up to 3 days before and 3 days after. So you have kind of this week of good new moon, or full moon energy. And it's the same thing with the new moon. So if you don't get it done today, you can do it tomorrow or even Monday, and and see where it goes. So this is our Tarot Tuesday. I'll probably be posting something else on Tuesday, probably an altered book video. I just wanted to do this, and I will continue to do full moon and then new moon as close to the actual day as possible. And then next Tuesday, not the one coming up, but the one after, we'll look at my year cards for my lifetime and see if I actually figured it out. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, everybody have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Be good to yourself. Be kind to each other. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.